What's up, you guys? I hope you've been doing well and that you've been keeping safe. Thank you so much for coming over to this space. Just in a mood of speaking and sharing with you guys what's on my mind. I've actually just finished filming another video and I just feel like I have something else to say, but on a totally different topic. I want to talk about following your inner compass. What people call their intuition or like their North Star. This is something I've really been thinking about this year, especially this year. Wow, I've really been thinking about this. And also, after I had a phone call with one of my really good friends, I think it was over a week ago, and we were talking about like my content creation process and just my content in general, and she's been such an amazing resource at helping me, you know, improve my content. She's been such a big supporter of Maya's Glow. Like, I'm so grateful for her, and I just wanted to talk about this because I feel like I'm in a stage in my life, and I feel like so many young people are in this stage where we're all being told who we should be, what we should aspire to be, how we should act, what's expected of us, etc. Just a lot of external pressures on who we should be or who people think we should be and not who we really are. And so I was talking to her, and you know, we're just going through like my content and stuff, and she was sharing with me like really good examples of content I can do, and I know she was coming from a really good place, of course. And I just told her like, thank you so much for the suggestions, and I shared with her why I don't really want to create the content, some of the things that she suggested. And it's because I feel like in my content creation journey, or I feel like even for most of you guys in your careers, in your relationships, people will impose on you certain suggestions. Sometimes it comes from a good place, sometimes it doesn't, but most of the times it comes from a good place of what you should do or how you should do it. But you know within yourself like what you want to do, and you know within yourself what you want to put out. And I was telling her how there are certain types of content she suggested that I'm not really open to creating, because if I do them, I'm just doing it out of clout. Like, I'm just doing that so that I get many views, to increase my follower count, to feel a sense of popularity in the content creation space, specifically in Kenya. And I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to just create purely for clout. And that statement is easier said than done, because when you do create certain types of content that you see other creators create that is really popular, that does really well, your ego will obviously push you to also create that content, whether it's aligned with what you want to do or it's not aligned. And I've obviously been feeling that, because I mean, I'm human, and I feel that push to create this type of content that does really well, that, you know, the Kenyan audience will love, that will gain me views and popularity. And as much as I know that's coming from a good place, because I know my friend really wants to see me grow, she knows how much work I put into this. We also discussed why, or I also explained to her why I don't necessarily want to go through that route. And it's just because like this year, I'm telling you guys, I feel like even with Corona and everything, I've just been in a state of, I like calling it cocooning, like when a butterfly is in a cocoon and it's just in its own space. Actually, it's a caterpillar before it turns into a butterfly, and it's trying to, you know, grow into a butterfly. And I feel like when I've been stepping into that space, especially the past few months, I've been gaining so much clarity on like what I want to do and how I want to do it. and what's aligned with me, and how I want to express my creativity, how I want to express myself, how I want to allow my personality to thrive, because that's also something we talked about. And that's something I've actually received comments from other people, whereby they want me to pose as an extrovert when I'm actually introverted. Like, most of my friends will actually tell you, this is how I am. I'm a very introverted person. Of course, I can grow in my confidence as far as being in front of the camera is concerned, but I've also been feeling that push of like, talk louder, be more lit, and I understand where that's coming from. But lately I've just been like, okay, who am I, and am I comfortable with myself? Am I comfortable in my own personality? Am I comfortable in who I am? Am I comfortable in how I speak, like being soft spoken and not necessarily being loud and extroverted? Like, I've just really been in that place of focusing on zoning in on my North Star, and it's really been helping me to just cut out any unsolicited advice that I feel like is not in line with who I am and who I want to be and the creator that I want to be, because I know the creator that I want to be. I know the limitations I'm facing, whether it's financial, whether it's as far as to do with confidence, whether it's as far as to do with my skill set. Like, I know my limitations, and I'm happy to be in that space of self-awareness. But I just wanted to remind you and remind myself in the process to zone in into myself, like to really listen to my intuition, to follow my inner beat or inner drum, as Caroline Mutoko said. Like, she did a video on a letter to her younger self, I think to her 16-year-old self, and I really liked how she talked about where she's at is actually as a result of her constantly listening to her inner voice, like following her inner voice. There are sometimes she didn't listen to it, but like being committed to actually listening to it. And I really loved that. I really loved just how aligned she committed herself to be. Like, she committed herself to her inner purpose, and that's led her to where she is. And I've also been watching Mudhoni Drama Queen's interview on cleaning the airwaves. Epic. Like, every episode to me is confirmation of the importance of following your inner voice and not sacrificing that for popularity or fame or money and all these things. And there's nothing wrong with these things. It's just that are these things coming to us through us following our own path, through us following our North Star. And so I was telling my friend that, no, you know what, I actually won't create these types of content, because if I do them, there's nothing wrong with these types of content, but if I do them, I know I'm doing them purely out of clout and not purely out of me sharing myself or me adding value to my audience. And it was something difficult to deal with internally, because I realized sometimes following your North Star means you're going to sacrifice some of these things at some point. Maybe you'll meet them later on, but at first you're going to sacrifice them. At first you might need to sacrifice some money. At first you're going to need to sacrifice fame and popularity and all these things. And should I use the word sacrifice, or choose not or opt out of those things at a certain point? You may meet them later on, but you may need to opt out of them at certain points in your journey. And I also learned this a lot from Mudhoni's videos, how she opted out of certain things because she really wanted to like continue being in her North Star and just following her North Star and listening to her intuition. And I think I'm slowly coming to a place of accepting, like, it's okay if I don't have those views or those followers right now. It's okay for me to opt out of like being a popular content creator. As much as it's hard, like I can feel my ego fighting it because of course we all want to be seen, we all want to be known, we all want to be recognized, but something in me just wants to continue following that North Star. And you know, if it means that I'm not going to create content with clout, then I'm okay with that, or rather I'm learning to be okay with that and focus in on what exactly I want to do and how I want to express my creativity. It's a journey, it's hard. Sometimes I want to go the other way around, but I don't know, you guys, like I'm just stepping into a space of clarity, and as I step more into that space, I feel more confident about who I am, and it's very empowering. So I don't know, I just had those random thoughts and I wanted to share it with you guys. And I don't know, I hope this can resonate with some of you. I hope if you're a creator, or even in your career, you don't have to be a content creator, whatever career you're in, that you know it's okay for your journey to look a bit different from what people expect it to look like, or what even you expected it to look like earlier on. Like, it's okay. And yeah, I just wanted to share those random words with you guys. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. For those of you who are in this situation, please share with me in the comment section how you're dealing with that. And yeah, I just want to hear from you guys, because I know I'm not alone, and I feel like sharing these things is really important, because someone else is actually probably going through the same thing, either a creator or someone in a different career, and they're dealing with all these things that, you know, these pressures that they feel on them. And yeah, I just like to know what your process is like, how you feel about it. You don't even need to tell me what you're doing about it. I just want to know that, you know, there's someone else who's dealing with the same thing. So yeah, those are just some random thoughts I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you're all having a great week, and if you're not, hang in there, and I can't wait to see you in my next video.